Welcome back to Jurassic World. It is 2005 and the park has just opened properly for business. The goal for our financial year of 2005 is to perhaps bolster the existing Dilophosaur herd a little bit. We need some compies probably in the northern herbivore paddock to deal with cleanup. So we need to get compy DNA to actually breed more. Because the ones we had from before came from Sorna, and we don't have their DNA on hand. We also want to introduce three new herbivores into the park, which will come with their own attractions. First and foremost, the Pachycephalosaurus with the Pachycephalosaurus arena. So let's do the research here on this. We also need Microceratus in the petting zoo for now. And eventually we plan to have these on a river exhibit at some point in the future. And the other animal we're targeting is Indominus. We'll probably just put a few of these in the Gyrosphere for now, I think. They won't get their own specific exhibit at this time. At least I think that's the plan. Sorry, did you phase into the wall? This has been... yeah, this has happened a few times. Alright. So this might be... yeah, it might be a thing we need to change. I don't like that that's happened again. Let's give the copies one more chance. If they phase into the wall again this stream, I'm gonna move them out of here. We'll put these copies in the Gyrosphere exhibit, I guess. About the Gyrosphere exhibit, I did want to take a look. Oh, avian pox. I guess these guys are too far away for the automatic medical treatment to work. Okay, we got a galley up here that's like broken off from the herd somehow. Don't know how. The herd is like literally right here, but yeah, he's fine. He's back in. Okay, so yeah, with this current Gyrosphere exhibit, Cohab at 0 on Ankies, Cohab at 0 on the Trikes. I assume everything else is also mostly chill. We got 11% on the Paras, so they are not chill with the Ankies technically. And then the Galley is happy with everything. So the only thing that could mess up if we put compies and Indominus in the Gyrosphere would be maybe the Paras get mad at us. Yeah, the Paras don't like Compi or Edmonto, so that might actually be might be an issue. Okay. We could consider building the truck tour this year. Maybe. Disease-free. Yeah, let's do that.
Hopefully, the healthier the dinosaurs are, the less likely we'll have behavioral
yeah,
issues.
Truck tour would be a problem.
Content dinosaurs are the kind we can manage.
We don't have a good geneticist. That's currently kind of a problem with some of the research we need to do. Yeah, not really any good ones on deck either. 100k for a reroll. Let's just wait the minute and a half and try again. This is not a priority per se. So the Amano we can't do currently. That's 9. The micro we can do. Let's do the micro. Let's do it with these two. Let's do an expedition for... maybe we do Dilo real quick. I want to get a few more Dilos in the park. Dilo's cheap. It's pretty quick. I think that's fine. Okay, and then a ratings check. Amenities need some finagling. Shelter accommodation ratings need to be adjusted. So let's start with shelters. So we're missing a shelter along this strip. We're missing a shelter down here. All right, let's go ahead and put one in kind of over here down the bend, maybe. When we have the petting zoo and the Pachycephalosaurus arena figured out, then we can worry about the exact placement of that shelter. And I think this one, maybe, can it be here, do we think? And it's going to be close enough? I guess we just put it in and find out. Not quite. Okay, we'll put it by this one. I wanted it the other one for a little bit more of a... it would feel a little bit more like part of this complex of lagoon stuff. So in the film, there's kind of like 5 stands here at the Mosa feeding show. And the shark feeder is between like the 4th and 5th stand. But they're all like much closer together. But you can't do anything about that without mods in this game. So I opted for the 5 individual, you know, viewing galleries placed as close together as we can get them. Which is this. So it takes up way more space than it does in the film. It doesn't look like it does in the film, but without really breaking out the mods, that's all we can do. And I don't want to deal with trying to clip a bunch of things together. It just seems like it's too much work. Okay, medical team is returning. Can you actually not do that? Get these guys instead? Please and thank you. Oh yes, and this compy. Okay, so shelters 100%. Hotel 48%, 48%. So down here, the situation with the hotels in Jurassic World, it's kind of weird, right? Let me pull up a reference image for myself. Yeah, so there's a shot in the film where they kind of look across the lagoon and you basically see like a hotel here, kind of, and then a bunch like in the back. So it's kind of hard for us to like replicate that. What we might do, what I think I'm going to do is not worry about it now, and then later when we have big hotels, we can redo some of the hotel distribution stuff here. So how are these built? These buildings are full. Are these ones at cap? Okay. So yeah, these ones were not at cap previously. So let's turn these back on. Because they were still being like at the end of last video, of course, the park opened, and prior to that, these were not at any kind of capacity at all. Okay, these are highly demanded. So that's only our second drinks, right? So shopping, food, shopping, drinks, small drinks, and then you, and then you. So I guess these all turn on. Shopping. Okay, and power has been lost down here to the fence. Okay, but we do have small power available. I can put that in, I think that's fine. How about we put it like right here? Because that's part of the complex almost in a way. Okay, another thing we need, paths. I think we can take the first upgrade on paths. That's a comfort. I know where that is. I don't know why my brain didn't immediately send me to the right spot, but it did not. Let's wait till the fossil guy's back, actually, for that. Sorry, can we... What are we doing? Medical. Come on, man. Get the close ones first.
Asset transportation
Dude, it's so quick. Do we have access to any vaccines yet? We do. We should do this, because screw this. Okay, knock that out. Guest comfort paths on you. And then we can do a batch of fossils here. %84 on Dilo. And then we can go out for another trip later. Okay. Come on, medical, please. Nice. Okay. Now this contract will finally start counting down. This must be the copy we airlifted, right? He just hasn't merged. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Great. So that's sorted out. So the big problem now is hotels. So these are full. Actually, yeah, hold on. Let's go through. Okay. Okay, how are these ones doing? These ones are at like half capacity. So let's give this set here a hotel. Because we don't know that there weren't hotels up by the gyrosphere. It's entirely possible there weren't. So I'm completely comfortable just sticking a hotel here. I obviously want hotels where we know there's hotels, but where we don't know for sure there are hotels, I don't really care what goes there. So yeah. And then if we put in more hotels down here, we can put in like a second set of amenities, which is probably the approach we would have to do. So yeah, maybe we start something like this. This can start curving towards meeting up over here. I don't think I really need to put in all that. Let's just put in that bit, and then there'll be a stretch here. Okay, here's a thought. If I am putting in big path, that may actually conflict with the placement of my amenities. Maybe we just layer them here where there's already room. Okay, let's do this. Let's do small hotel number 3, just like here. And then let's just get another set of small amenities put in wherever. I kind of want them all along that strip there. So I could put them actually up here as an option 2. Or I could do mediums. We could hold out. Do we just hold out? Because we can totally research mediums. I think we just do that. Yeah. Let's just do that right now. Just kidding. Let's not do that right now. We'll do that in a moment. And then maybe I actually just delete these ones. Put in mediums down here. These ones up here we'll leave unless we actually need more. Okay, so there's the wide path. So yeah, so that is actually blocked by everything. Wait, is this... Hold on. Jurassic World. Is it because did I use like facility path and that caused the issue? Because yeah, this is classic. This is regular wide. Okay. So I might have to do a little more substantial rebuild of this section here. Everything... Wait, what path is this? I'm getting money back, so this is probably big path, right? Yeah. Why does it look... Okay, it does shift. It's just when you're zoomed out enough, you can't see the change. Okay, so anywhere that's negative is us removing big path from the start of the park build, which we don't want to do. This is all going to get blocked, which is bad. This is all shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, a lot of this that kind of bugs me, but also doesn't really matter that much, and I should probably just let it slide. If we don't need the path, do we need the path capacity? No. We're fine. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't worry about paths yet. Just we can fix this hotel. We can fix the hotels. Sure. So that'll actually be blocked by the shelter. Which is annoying. Alright, fuck it. Just delete it. I don't care. And I have to move you. Alright. Whatever. So in the future, place the hotels further away from the path. So maybe we just put this shelter here. And then we put the other hotel further down, actually. Because there was we could try to actually emulate the hotel distribution a little bit then. Let's do that. Because there were kind of like a split between the two hotels across the way. So I think we can start to move closer to that sort of thing. Put a hotel over here, put some back here. Maybe we do... Yeah, let's get the big amenities. Wait, did I already start those, or did I finish those, or did I not do anything? I didn't do anything. Yeah, let's get these. You go on a break. And then we can dig up the rest of the dilo with the 4 logistics guy. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll worry about all this when that's done. Okay, so we rebuilt the gyrosphere section of the park a little bit. We got to move these guys down somewhere a little bit better. So let's just do this. This can be like over here, kind of along the curve of this section of things. Maybe let's do it like this. A little curve in there. And then this one, I'm going to actually, I think, put on the grid and then put down here somewhere. Like right off of the entrance, maybe. I'll just do that. Okay, medium amenities. Let's just strip these guys out. Why can I not? Okay, weird. I swear I wasn't letting me delete that initially. Alright, a lot of green and yellow. So an aquarium. Then... I guess... Yeah, it would just be better. Okay. Drinks. Essentially the same idea. What about, can we make the slushies work? We can do, yeah, that's fine. Actually, 45 income, 35 profit, 35 profit. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. I was thinking, I couldn't remember which number was which when on the last shop, so I was thinking that shop was like notably improved, which would have been strange. Because it isn't. Yeah, so stuffed toys doesn't work here. We do action figures, and then we do karaoke. That one worked specifically because of ice slushies. Like, that's the only reason that worked. All right, we'll add a linkage back through there. 100%, 100%. Might change when these are built. We'll build more hotels going down this way as we need to. So we can run some path here. It's going to be like kind of the hotel district or whatever. And then, yeah, so these shops can probably all be cleaned up. So this is not, you know what, I'll do this. So with these, we're not changing the main one, right? Because the main one is like the canon shop type, or as close to it as we can get. So these ones are going to be funky, because we want to try and like build around whatever the default thing is. So sushi means we're going to need like this, and then ice cream machine? Sure. T-shirts is not that weird. Actually, yeah, we do aquarium here. And then we just do a selfie spot. Sure. I should look at what are the scientists doing right now? So they are all good to go. We have the last of the dilos. Let's get that processed on you. We were looking for a geneticist and I got distracted by rebuilding things. 13 minutes on a new batch. Nobody visible. Money's still okay. Cheaper synth, but 41 is kind of bad. Well, we got the Microceratus. So we can hold off. We don't need to do... We only need improved genetics for the Allosaurus and potentially breeding. Why don't we do the Micros first, I think? Because it should be... It should be... let's look at this, right? It should be Gentle Giants Petting Zoo, Pachycephalosaurus Arena, and then the Water Park. This is like the expansion for 2005, post-opening. So if we put in the petting zoo first, then we could put in the Pachycephalosaurus Arena. And then I guess like the aquatic park we can just put in. Is that considered an attraction? It is. I want the non-customizable one because, boy, this thing is huge. And I don't even know how customizing it works. So I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so this should be... Just kind of like that. I gotta pull up a map. Let me pull up my Main Street map. That's a reference image of a hotel. That's a reference image of a hotel. Let me pause. Okay, so the Gyrosphere area is rebuilt. Bigger paths. We're still down on amenity, or not on capacity, so we need more hotels still. Water Park is in. This is a functional attraction. This is actually providing a guest score and appeal. So we had to put in a shelter and a bathroom back here for it. It also means these shops here are even further pushed over capacity. So we may want to bring in some other shops. I'm not going to like worry about if there's some little adjustments there that aren't quite right. These ones are doing okay. Yeah, so a little bit of residual demand back here. But not shopping. Shopping's actually okay because it's got a few extra. And then we got demand. A little bit of residual demand up here. It's not too bad overall, but once we put in the other hotels, it's going to change everything. So, yeah, let's do another hotel here. Because conceptually, this would be where a lot of the hotels are going to be anyway. I could try to tuck it in. Yeah, I think I like the idea of putting it kind of behind the other one. Because the hotels have kind of a weird layered appearance in Jurassic World. So I think that's not awful. We have a contract available. And we have a medical scan. We'll let that just take care of itself, I think. Photography for $1 million? What could that be? Fighting or hunting? That shouldn't be impossible. Okay, so that one's not going to be as far back behind, but whatever. Okay, Dilo fossils are done. So, for some more Dilos, what I want, I think, is some 2015 Dilos. Which are not here? Oh, yeah, because it's a variant. Dilo 2015. 2015 hologram skin, which is really just a remodeled blue. But, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's reset these. I'm going to get rid of the sickly... Do they have default social? They do. I'll put some humble in here just to take like a chance on getting a new alpha. Maybe it'll be better. It would feel a little more thematic to have one of these maybe be the alpha. Potentially. What is going on here? Undiagnosed ailment. Medical is... Oh yeah, I moved the medical team, so I need to reassign them. Did not do that. Then yeah, maybe we'll put another hotel back there on the Gyrosphere. Could be a thing. Rabies. Okay, pausing. Okay, we got some social humbles. A lot, actually, somehow. I got 5 social humbles? Okay, hold on. I need to think about how many of these to hatch. We also need to deal with the rabies thing. So, we have a Jeep here. Somehow, I fishtailed past the entrance completely. Alright, rabies. Rest. So yeah, we can't even hatch the egg until the rabies is taken care of anyway. I could send an expedition maybe for micro. Yeah, micro's only a 4. That's actually perfect. Okay, go get me some micro. Alright, we should dispatch a capture team on this para and make sure it doesn't break a fence down. Because it's going to take a moment for the rabies cure to be done. Oh yeah, and then the Dilos. So with the Dilos, how much space do we actually have? And do we currently have an alpha? We do. We have a 2016B alpha. Okay. So this is like the best they're going to get on their space needs, but this actually doesn't seem too bad. So this could be kind of the last batch of Dilos we clone, potentially. We may not need any more after this. I mean, we probably don't, right? Yeah, I don't know how many I want. How many were in the novel? In the novel, there were 7 Dilos. And I have 5 right now, so I could do 2 new Dilos. I think I like that. I think I'm happy to just do the novel number. So we'll just take two Dilos here. So social humble. 2 2015 hologram style Dilos. Which yeah, we actually can hatch these because they're only a 3-1. Any chance any of you are going to be hunting? Roaming, looking for food. But you're at the feeder. So that ain't going to be it. Common cold on an Anki. How is your territory is just dog shit, that's all. Okay, well, I'm not even going to do anything about that. Alright, Dilos. I'm going to airlift these guys all the way across the park. All right. So with these new hotels, 98% accommodation. So we'll probably put a new set of shops in down there. Let's put in one more hotel up here. I think we could just put one right here without blocking the gate, and it'll be fine. Actually, I could put it over here on the other side. Sure. Probably shouldn't have hotels right by the Gyrosphere entrance, because, like, you know, the Gyrosphere, like, station in the film seems to be pretty much kind of out on its own. So it doesn't necessarily make sense to put it in a spot where it's going to be kind of in the middle of other buildings. It should kind of be isolated, but we won't worry about it for now. All right, these are producing a little bit more. There's the two Dilos coming in. Let's put in a new set of medium amenities. I think we'll just put them in, like, here. So food, drink, shopping. So food most has the highest demand towards these. Followed by drink, followed by shopping. Probably the inverse of the previous set order, I would guess. And a storm is rolling in. Okay. Alright. Storm. I guess I should try to get a shot of, like, the Rex feeding at some point. The Rex is not currently... Wait, missing ground fiber. Oh my god. Can you fuckers not? Wait, why are you so bad? Wait, actually, why are you so bad? Why is the wrong alpha in charge? What the fuck? Wait, why does this one have 350 dominance? Oh, this is the right one that has 3. Okay. Okay. Let's try a manual reset on that, maybe. Let's trank 2 and just chuck them across the island. The trikes, on the other hand, yeah, these guys, just being the 2 of them, it's kind of understandable that they'd be a little shit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to thread a little bit of fiber into the lake. It works as maybe some, you know, aquatic plants or whatever. It's totally believable. There. And that probably doesn't disrupt anybody else's shit any more than it's already disrupted by just generally existing. Okay, cinema is damaged. Where is this one? You're all the way up here. Potentially a chance to go get a shot of a Dilo. Storm, not the best time to do it. Okay, well, all this is happening. Microfossils. We have $4 million. I'm kind of interested in the idea of getting our building upgrades out of the way. So maybe that's the thing. Yeah, let's do this. I'll process this batch, though, because why not? And then let's do some sort of medical thing. Tuberculosis. Perfect. There we go. Okay. And did our new Dilos both land? Dilo 7. So this is the 2015 like hologram style Dilo, right? So this is essentially, you know, blue CGI model from Jurassic World, but then they stuck a Dilo head on it. That's how they made the hologram. But, you know, you can treat it as a canon variant if you want. And that's what we're doing here by using this mod. Because, like, what other opportunity are we going to have to use this version of it, right? I think it's more raptor size, too. It's a little bit bigger, which is also kind of fun. Yeah, okay, there's a good size comparison. So this is not, like, the full, like, real size for a Dilo, but it's a bigger version. It's a version that is scaled in a way that it can go head-to-head with a Velociraptor. Okay, that is still the cinema. This is probably just a storm injury. Sorry, can we please? There we go. Okay, another damage thing. Somewhere. Okay, you've lost power. We lost power here. Okay, apparently all of this shit just broke. Cool. Okay, and then that Brachii we've sedated, so let's just do this. Let's grab a transport team, take this Brachii. We're just gonna chuck it way the hell over here. Get out of here. And then we're gonna use that to reset shit. Fence break. Yes. Care to explain? Okay, and we have a compy breaking through there. Okay, well that's annoying. So the compy, I said that the deciding factor was gonna be if they break through the wall again. I'm just moving them, so we're gonna sedate and move all the compies out of here. We'll check these in the gyrosphere. Means means we'll have to get the gyrosphere adjusted slightly to account for them. And then I need to take control of you. Okay. That's been fixed. Wait, oh, this power here is also gone. I was gonna say, why is this lost power if there was a power cut in the lower section of the park? And the answer is, wait, why are you the one who is doing this? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, you get this. You are returning. So you just did that repair. You go get this shit, please. Okay. Bad storm. Cut 2 separate power cuts, multiple instances of fence damage. Ain't great. Is this Jeep like... Okay, he's turning. He's just terrible at it. We have a minute to get the bonus on the contract. That's probably just not going to happen. You can't take pictures on this, can you? Oh, you can. I mean, there's like 0 chance we get a shot of a compy hunting, right? Maybe the Rex? Probably not. Yeah. How are they still... Okay, they're still counting as 4. Because this game is bullshit. The other one is literally in the goddamn air. I only have the one ranger team. We just gotta believe this Brachie's not gonna immediately go kick a fence. Okay. 2005 and Jurassic World's already crumbling, man. Concussed by a storm. Can you not be a shit? I don't know if that's close enough to even see the Dilos. No. God damn it. I hate the fucking vehicle controls. It's so tiresome.
Great pick. Composition, lighting, subject. This is what we were looking for. Or so they tell me.
Okay, no sign of anybody eating. Okay. That's just surface wounds. Medical team's already there. And then we've got this guy's concussed. He's got to go. And then we've got this guy up here. Medical is presumably also concussed. Okay. So let's take care of... Okay. Yeah, get that. Don't bother with get these copies. We have other shit to deal with. Forget about this shit. Can't even find this one to cancel it. There we go. They're contained. They're not concussed. Who cares? That one can... We'll get that one later. I chucked a Brachii over here. Did it land? Maybe? No, it's still being airlifted. Okay, so go get that one. Come back for the compy. What are my Brocks doing? They still count as 4. I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like that's complete bullshit, personally. It's like we're missing shelter down here. I don't even think I ever set these up. No, I never set these up. Okay, so we got the upgrades done. Improved yield. Extraction capacity. Okay, expedition for micro. You go on a break. Keep the rest of the people on standby, I guess, while I get this under control. Alright, one more scientist reroll. We got a genetic specialist. She's pretty expensive. Good skills, though. We're going to take her. We need a good geneticist. We can consider clearing out some of these other fellas eventually. If we want the last remaining animal, we're looking at the Indominus here. If I do this, I probably can still do my welfare check on the concussed animals, hopefully, so that should be fine. Alright, so that Brachie's over there now. Brachii 4 has now apparently become the alpha, somehow. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little fucking holding pen thing. Right here. Let's get this guy. And then 4. And we'll get the compy still, I guess. We got this compy here that needs to get airlifted. I kind of forgot about him. Let's just chuck him down here. We'll put 11 in this bottom pen. It doesn't make sense that there'd be the same number in both pens anyway. It's kind of weird.
Pit stops, and I don't mean that kind of race cars.
Yeah, so we'll finish the micro, then we'll finish the Pachyceph, and then we'll get the Edmonto.
I think I see a bit of me.
Fucking Brachiosaurs, man. Okay, he's going back in. They shouldn't even be aggressive still to the point where they'll break the fence, which is frankly fucking bullshit. Yeah, they're 86%. It's the stupid bullshit where, like, they do this thing where they decide to attack a fence, and then it doesn't matter if their comfort goes up after that. So he decided to attack a fence that was a half mile away and had to waddle over there, and it took him a minute to get there and attack the actual fence. Like, it's so dumb. Okay, spontaneous alpha change to the proper alpha. So now their territory is super good and fine and everything is cool. I literally saw it happen in real time. When I was on 4, I saw it just switch. So great. That's done. I don't actually need this little, like, crap holding pen, apparently. I'm just going to delete it. Maybe. Okay, what happened to this concussed one? He's still there. Sorry, not you. Transport team, please. Sure. Okay, so he's on the way. You can rest. Uh, 68, 32 completes micro. So we'll process these. And we'll expedition for Pachycephalosaurus. Okay, and we'll get the micros cooking. We're going to go with a small amount of micros for the... Shit, status checking a trike. Oh, you're right there. Can you get the feeder? That'd be huge. And you're good to go. You can get back in here. He has an infected wound from his concussion, because that makes sense. But that'll get treated. We have that. No. Unidentified ailments from the feeder. That's really annoying, but what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, it'll pop once we do the clean thing. Unless it's one we already have. Salmonella, okay. Maybe that was already available. Apparently can't do it because everybody is too busy. Give me this Brock back. I kind of forgot he was over here again. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they split into separate territories and that's like why the alpha shifted or something, maybe. It could be. Alright, let's get these compies moved out. Medical's coming to deal with both of these nerds. In theory. Right, no, because salmonella I couldn't do, actually, yes. Okay, micros. So the micros are going to be the first animal for the petting zoo area. Maybe I'll just put a few pips of humble into them. Let's just, yeah, just go 6 here. Then I'll have to figure out their pen. For the Gentle Giants Petting Zoo, we need some of these modded small fences, so we gotta do this research. So for the Microceratus Petting Zoo, we're gonna do kind of a minimum amount, I think. So I think we only want to hatch 4 of what we got. Skittish is kind of funny. Intolerance kind of funny. Aggressive is really funny. So very funny combination there, sort of. Interesting considerations here. So we got a social humble but skittish one. Maybe we just take these 4 right down the line. Skip the aggressive, skip the intols. So I don't So with the dominance loss of skittish, this definitely won't be the alpha. So unfortunately, we don't get a social humble alpha, but we should get a humble alpha. Yeah, this one should probably be the alpha. I don't remember if unfit reduces dominance, but I don't think so. So we'll get those. And then the fences are coming in here in a second. And contracts. So for the fences, we want kind of like a bamboo log type fence, I think. Hatch genetically modified or modified? Weird. This one's worth more.
I'm uploading information on a new incubation.
4 genetically
plan I'd
modified.
like
That
you
should
to
actually
focus
be
on.
completely
Once
free.
they're ready for
Huge
release,
contract. Okay, so the Microceratus, we're going to see if we can put them in this pen we've made here at the start of what will be the petting zoo area. This bridge, interestingly, provides visibility. This comes from the actual Gentle Giants petting zoo mod, and we can use the bridge as our visibility thing here for this little enclosure. And I think that's very fun. The path connections look a little weird on it, but it's not that bad. I think it works. We can even probably put a little... So I put the water back behind it, but I think we can actually run the water underneath, technically. Sorta. Vaguely. Getting the level, terrain level correct is probably going to prove rather difficult. Yeah, actually, I just can't get it in there. Okay, let's not worry about it. It was a nice idea. That's okay. Compies I've started moving to. It's going to be a little slipshod getting them all transferred over there because, well, transferring copies is always a pain in the ass. I would like to queue up the last one here. Like, I would really like to. Are they on a goat or something there? Like, what is... It's kind of weird. What is actually happening here? Is it just that there's two copies? Like, I think they're just running in a circle around each other.
In optimum condition.
Yeah, some
That means
weird
making sure they have the food
panicky
they need.
thing. Okay, well, let's not dwell on that. Hatch 4 dinosaur contract actually is being counted. Incredible. Alright, there's the little micros. Dude, I forgot how small these guys are. Even I was like, man, this log fence is going to be like the perfect scale for them. No, they're still tiny as all shit. You still can't even see them. So, we have a baby Gallimimus mod.
Don't
So
let
that's
them
another thing I was thinking we might try to add to this exhibit, but I need to get the micros in and happy first before we even try to add anybody else, I would say.
Courage comes with the job. That and dedication. You've got both.
And then a ranger station, maybe we can sneak in like here. Okay, and what is my helicopter doing? He has not managed to get anything from these copies. Maybe I leave these two alone. Because they seem like they might be glitchy. Maybe if we leave them alone, they'll move. Somewhere where they can be shot. Okay, so 4 micros. They're actually good to go. Looks like we could cram plenty more in here. Okay. If we put in galleys, what is that going to do? Min pop 6 on the galleys feels like it won't work. You know, that feels like we can't have 6. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that probably just doesn't work, right? We could do a test galley. Let's do a test galley. Let's hatch one baby. And just see if we put one 1993A. No, wait. I think that's the base one. I think we need to do 1993 small, yeah. If we just put one baby in here, will it actually be anywhere close to working? Because I would assume not, but we can try. All right, let's get more Pachycephalosaurus. Hold on. Okay, we'll do this one. And yeah, apparently we could have hatched plenty more micros with that current layout. We have more decorations for the Gentle Giants enclosure. We just don't have it laid out yet. So let's just take like one of these. Social Humble Fit. One baby galley. See what it's like putting it in the pen. You got a big glitch on your PS5 and JWE2. I am not shocked at all. The other thing we could do is we could cut down this Microceratus petting zoo section. And we could put a larger like galley juvenile section next to it maybe. My current plan for the Gentle Giants area is only galley and micro. Because the other, like there is another baby mod out there, but it doesn't, I don't think it does the job. Plus, any larger animal, like the babies, if they don't have any custom stats, which they probably don't, it's unlikely to be able to fit them in such a small area. So that's also going to be an issue. So one copy. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. Somewhere. Dude, I can't find it. What is he, like, under the friggin' thing? Yes, he actually is under the log in the Rex Kingdom. Incredible. Alright, other copy, go. Yeah, and they're kind of pissed at me because they're lonely. They don't have enough sand, but they'll have sand if they make it up further north. Gallimimus with an undiagnosed ailment. Ugh, just leave me alone. I just want my dinosaurs to be happy. Okay. Can you get, for me, the other... Yeah, so these two copies are being, like, super weird. I'm not entirely convinced they're going to be sedatable. Because they kind of feel like they're bugged. Like, super bugged. Bugged, like, to the point where I can't interact with them. You can build outside the map. I don't really believe you. Okay, what is going on with this galley? It is hatched. Release this one via airlift. So the juvenile galley, I fully expect it to be nowhere near viable. I just don't think this is going to work. I don't have crypto. Alright, and for the Pachycephalosaurus, plenty of things. 74%. Let's remove these two, put this one in here. You process these. Let's go back into the field and grab more. Send these two out. Yeah, so like for us to have 6 Gallimimus, we need like a properly big enclosure. And that's really just not going to be a thing. As much as I would like us to have petting zoo juvenile galleys, I think we're just going to have to settle it with the micros only. Because I don't think we can realistically build a Gentle Giant's petting zoo with anything but Microceratus. It's not a thing. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to sedate this guy and put him in the gyrosphere for now. The baby goes to the gyrosphere. And I'm going to probably build a second Microceratus pen so that we have like 2 on either side. And we're going to have to just call it good enough there. Any kind of realistic attempt at the Gentle Giant's petting zoo is just not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and get our Pachycephalosaurus arena set up real quick. Alright, Pachycephalosaurus fossils. Hopefully this finishes it up. We can get these guys out quick. 75-25. Perfect. You do that. Everybody else takes a break. I had to reload to fix the copies that were stuck. So they're actually appear to be maybe working now. At least one of them finally went unconscious. Some sort of glitch with sedating the copies while they're hunting a goat or something. Like incompatible. What the fuck? Did that one just die? The fuck? He just... Oh, the Rex just ate him. Rexy, come on, girl. Seriously? I had to reload to fucking get that thing unconscious and the Rex eats it. I didn't even know the Rex could eat a copy. I didn't even think that was possible. I knew the Rex, like, you could, like, it would kill, like, Coelophysis or something if you had him sedated. For whatever reason, I just thought the copies were safe. Okay, well, we'll probably need more copies up here because I don't think they have enough. One more gets them to 8. So that'll get them sort of on the way. Okay, I've given more sand than I need to. Now I've taken away too much fucking sand. Okay, great. So that'll be enough for the copies to start with. Yeah, so then here's our Pachycephalosaurus arena using the Pachycephalosaurus arena entrance decoration thing. And then I've made this ring out of fence and viewing galleries. We'll upgrade this to concrete fence eventually when we can for a more actual realistic arena. For now, this will work. Oh yeah, I still have this galley here. We can definitely put in... Did Rexy seriously kill the other one? Don't fuck, man! All that work and she kills both of them. Rexy, for fuck's sake, lady. God damn it. She didn't kill any of the other ones. Only these 2 glitched ones was she able to kill, or she actually got the kill on. Somehow I airlifted every single other one out of there when I wasn't even trying to get them out quickly. Maybe she was hungry and they're like bite-sized snacks. So I need to move one more copy up, so we need to actually grab one from here. Somewhere. So nothing in here can eat these ones. It'll be fine. I can't believe she did that. So yeah, might have been saying something that, like, I know we can fit Pachycephalosauruses in here. So it'll work. I think we want to pick up social genes before we breed any Pachycephalosauruses. I think that would be prudent. If we want to do that, we need one more point of genetics. I could just do specialist facility. But this is cheaper. So let's do this first, specialist facility later. We can just invest the point. So I think I'll hold off on breeding any more Pachycephalosaurus till that's done. While we're working on everything else here, we're going to get compies. Am I going to get compies? Wait. 5 minutes? No, I'm not going to get compies. I lied. We can do Admonosaurus. Admonosaurus is cheap. We can do this one here, which is a 1 research requirement. So just send this guy. Alright, so Pachycephalosaurs. We have a green and red skin combo, and then we have the 1997 style Pachycephalosaurus. So there's a Pachycephalosaurus seen on a monitor in Jurassic World. It probably has the Lost World colors. Hard to say for sure. And then there is the website concept art design, whatever you want to call it, that is green and kind of reddish orange, which is why I'm trying to replicate the green and reddish orange one alongside the film canon traditional, you know, design. So that we can have both. So let's get a batch. Now that we have social, we can breed alphas for any other animals we still need alphas for, which, frankly, I don't really remember if there were anything that really needed an alpha. I mean, everything's currently happy. I guess if we breed more copies of any given animals, that it kind of matters. You could do the synthesis, and then yours just kind of hanging out here. So I started doing it on Monosaurus. We can probably continue doing it on Monosaurus once this expedition is done, of course, because it's not complete. I moved the monorail over a little bit more so we can start to put in the mountain ridge that kind of stretches here that will have the Cretaceous cruise and the Aviary beyond it. Aviary goes in 2007, next year, so... Or 2006, I mean. So we need to get the Aviary soon. That will be a core objective for next time. And then, yeah, I put in dirt here for the petting zoo. The petting zoo kind of looks like it's just bare dirt for a lot of it. It does mean that theoretically you can actually see the Microceratus, which is a nice benefit. And we do have this pattern here, this Champlain plus Calcarana does look like one of the film versions, because there's 3 different film versions, but only 2 film skins. And that's kind of because the base pattern is based on the 3rd version. So that's why we did that. 8 eggs. I don't know offhand if I want too many to start with. So let's go with definitely the social humbles. I definitely want at least one of the green ones. I got 0 green ones. Did I not set it up correctly? Or did I just get, like, super unlucky again? Okay, let's just take 4 to start with. Oh, I did. I think I clicked on this when I was talking about it. Okay, well that's... Yeah, I fucked that up. Alright, we'll breed some extra ones. We'll breed a second go, eventually. Alright, this should get us pretty close on a mono, I would assume. 3 and 3. That's right. 3, 3, 3. Yes. Great. That's gotta be, like, done, right? Yeah, okay. We could start Pteranodon. Let's do this. Alright, then we'll just get these Pachycephalosauruses settled in and finally end this episode.
Or thick-headed lizard
Alright,
in Greece.
so these are, of
Guess
course,
it's
film
fake.
canon modded.
Claire has accused me of being this dinosaur more than a few times. It's also an herbivore, so obviously she couldn't be more wrong. About me, I mean.
Yeah. So probably we'll have plenty of space in here for more. I feel like they should have some sort of shelter. Let's look at this. So we have here... Nope, I was on the right tab. I just went past it. We have... No, in here. I was not on the right tab, and I did not just go past it. We have these. These are for the petting zoo specifically, but they could also feel like a shelter for the Pachycephalosaurs. I don't know. It feels kind of weird. The vibe doesn't feel right for the arena. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, no, let's put a couple of these in. I think that's okay. And then maybe like a tower, too? Because it could be like conceptually, you know, like where the show is run from, maybe. I could convince myself of that, you know. I could believe that that's what's happening. Okay, yeah, this will look more arena-like when we actually have concrete walls. We'll need a ranger station,
You've done the job and done it well.
which I guess we can put
What more do
inside.
you want, huh?
Let's put it, Oh, that contract actually completed with just Pachy's Allosaurus. That's kind of nuts. That was a, appeal contract. I guess I could have positioned these better if I wanted this to be... Well, part of it is it's just too close to that animal. Okay, we'll just do it like that. Alright, well, we can wrap up 2005 here. Moving to 2006. We didn't get the Indominus in, but that's fine. We can do that next year.